At the 2020 Yonex All England Championships. It's men's doubles, it's the two-time former champions Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO up against Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe of Japan. Well, when we look at the race to Guangzhou standings in the men's doubles, 7 of the top 10 on the list there have contested a final during the qualifying period. And I can tell you that Li Yang and Wang Qilin, the number ones on that list by virtue of their semi-final here, consolidate their place at number 1. But the current number 9s who are in the final today, Gideon and SUKAMULJO, if after this week in Birmingham, will go up to number 2, regardless of whether they win or lose today's final. So they'll shoot up 7 places. Endo and Watanabe haven't played a tournament during the qualifying period so far, so they're nowhere on the list. So they will certainly come into the list, the Japanese pair, in today's final. But when we look at the men's doubles draw at quarter-final stage, we can see that 7 different nationalities, which along with mixed doubles makes it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. At quarter-final stage, there were 3 pairs who'd won the title before. Gideon and SUKAMULJO, and the defending champions Asan and Setiawan, and Ivanov and Sozanov, who won the title 4 years ago. So by semi-final stage, it was the number 1 seeds and the Russians, the only 2 pairs who had won the title. But for Hiroyuki Endo, today will be a 4th men's doubles final at the All England Championships. For his partner Watanabe, well, it is a 3rd consecutive final. The last 2 years he's been in the mixed doubles. So it has set up a great final between the number 1 seeds Gideon and SUKAMULJO and the Japanese pair of Endo and Watanabe.
This is the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships 2020 Men's Doubles Final. Please welcome the players. First up, the number 1 seeds from Indonesia, Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO.
The world number 1s, the number 1 seeds Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO won the title here 3 years ago and then repeated that feat a year later in 2018. Last year they were the number 1 seeds. They lost in the very first round. Last year they won 8 titles, which was 1 less title than the year before, 2018. They won 9 titles. They are, without doubt, the most outstanding men's doubles pair in world badminton.
And let's have a massive reception for their opponents. The number 6 seeds from Japan, Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe.
Well, for a 4th time in his career, Hiroyuki Endo walks out at the All England Championships on finals day for the men's doubles final. 3 previous finals with his former partner Kenichi Hawakawa. And for Yuta Watanabe, he's really making it a bit of a habit being in the All England final. 2 previous mixed doubles finals over the last 2 years, having won the mixed doubles 2 years ago, lost in the final a year ago, and just proving what a versatile player he is. So as you can see, this is the 8th meeting between these 2 pairs. Of the previous 7, Endo and Watanabe have won 5 of them, but the most important thing is they've won the last 5, all of them, last year. They met 5 times in 2019, and the Japanese pair won 5 times in 2019. It was the semi-final of the World Tour finals in Guangzhou. It did go to 3 games, 21-10 in the deciding game in a match 4 minutes shy of the hour mark.
Who will serve? Kevin will serve. Who will receive?
So the Indonesians won the toss and have decided to serve, which means that the Japanese pair have chosen ends. So the world number 1s, this man The older of the two, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon, turned 29 6 days ago. Born in the Indonesian capital of Jakarta. He and his partner are enjoying their 141st week in total as world #1s. They've already won a title this year. That was the Indonesian Masters. It was a third consecutive Indonesian Masters for this pair. Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo is the younger of the two. He's only 24 years of age, born in Banyuwangi in the easternmost end of Java. And as I was saying, 8 titles last year from 9 finals contested. Well, they had a bit of a battle in their very first round. A pair promoted from the reserve list, Ho Shu and Yakora from Canada. And then in the second round against Wu and Zhang from China. Quarter-final against the number 8 seeds, last year's beaten finalists, Aaron Chia and So Wei-ik. And the semi-final against number 7 seeds, Li Yang and Wang Chuilin, who we've just seen at #1 on the race to Guangzhou. They were actually 8-11 down in the second game and probably won 13 of the next 15 points to close it out, 21-13. So to the left-handed Yuta Watanabe, 22 years of age, born in Suganami, part of Tokyo. And they are 2 places down from their career high of 4 in the world ranking. Hiroyuki Endo actually reached #2 in the world ranking with the man he reached 3 previous All Englands with, Kenichi Hawakawa. They were semi-finalists at the All England as a pair, though, 2 years ago. Lost in the second round as the number 4 seeds last year. But they haven't played so far this tournament. The All England is their first tournament of 2020. They beat Ben Lane and Sean Vendy of England in the first round, then beat Li and Yang from Chinese Taipei in just 27 minutes. Then beat the defending champions and 2-time winners, the number 2 seeds Asan and Setiawan, in just 35 minutes, coming from 6-11 down in that second game to win it 21-18. Semi-final beat the 2016 winners Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozanov in 2 straight games. That was their first ever victory over the Russians, incidentally, having lost their 2 previous encounters. Henrik Boas Olsen of Denmark is our umpire for this one, and Amanda Balaam from England, the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe, Japan. And on my left, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo, Indonesia. Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo to serve, so Hiroyuki Endo, love all. Play.
So the 2-time former champions, Gideon and Sukamuljo, nearest to us, getting this final underway. Will Hiroyuki Endo finally win an All England title?
2 love.
Oh, what a counter-attacking shot there from Endo.
3 love.
Trying to look at this one.
Virtually,
That really, really good play.
really good play and virtually no backswing.
Yes.
Serves over.
Well, I know it's very, very
1,
early
3.
stages, Morton, but I think that the world #1s look a little bit nervous, and that would be understandable, seeing as they lost the last 5 matches against their opponents of today.
Agree, but there's one thing that I really sort of look to. Yes, The Japanese have won the last 5, and sometimes I perhaps think that Endo is getting nervous when it comes to these final matches.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of finals, not only 3 All England finals, but you know, the list is endless almost. And what I think is very important is that they won the Asian Championship in the final against this pair, so they have proved that they can win a final against them.
Yes,
which
absolutely.
I think is very, very important in this equation.
Yeah, and they didn't just beat them, they thrashed them in the second game. It was 21-18, 21-3.
3, exactly. But let's see how it goes. I have a lot of faith in the 2 Indonesians as well. They can play awesome badminton. And Kevin SUKAMULJO have played a very, very good tournament here.
Yeah.
4-3.
And he loves the limelight, doesn't he? He loves the fact that it's just one court, and the #1 court here at the All England named the Minoru Yoneyama Court after the late founder of Yonex Company. I think that's rather nice to name the court after him.
5-3.
What a defensive shot from Watanabe.
Oh.
6-3.
Well, Morton, just to emphasise the point that you were making a moment ago about this man,
4-6.
Endo, and losing finals. He won his first Super Series or World Tour title when playing in his 10th Super Series or World Tour final.
Finally, he won in Korea.
That's
wasn't
right.
It? I think it was Korea Super 500 tournament.
In 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
5-6.
we can't even, we don't care to count the number of defeats in finals. So that's why I you know, when I looked at the results before the match today, I thought, oh, it's good to, from their perspective, to see that they actually were able to win a final against this pair.
Yeah.
Which makes the statistics a little bit stronger. But I have a lot of faith in GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. I think we are in for a treat here. I think we will have a great match to watch. And can you imagine what kind of pressure these 2 Indonesians are having every single time they walk on court?
Yeah.
Every single time, everyone expects them to win.
Yeah. But I also can't help but think about the Billie Jean King,
6.
famous tennis player, of course, her famous quote, which is, "Pressure is a privilege because it means that you're very good."
You're expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a
look at
return.
that.
What a return of serve from SUKAMULJO.
Well, I'm sure the tactics, but you can put me right if I'm wrong, Morton. Anybody playing against the world #1s, you want to try and keep SUKAMULJO just out of the game, don't you?
Yes, that's the whole game plan. But the thing is that the Japanese defense is so strong that they can keep GIDEON on the back line. And the first few smashes are really strong. After that, the smashes are fading a bit.
Yes.
And that's why they can move him sideways from side to side at the back of the court and get SUKAMULJO out of the equation in that way.
Yeah.
fantastic pace. And this is now when SUKAMULJO have to be disciplined as well.
Brilliant. Brilliant badminton. Absolutely sensational. Longest rally so far. Now, Morton, we've talked about the number of finals that ENDO has lost. I think we ought to mention what a contrast it is with the world number ones, GIDEON and SUKAMULJO, because this is their 19th World Tour tournament final. And of the previous 18, they've lost 1.
It's ridiculous.
Isn't it?
It is ridiculous. That is so good.
Oh, that's well left.
That's well left.
Well, there's a challenge here from GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. I don't think they'll win this challenge, but we could not be further away from that back line, I don't think. No. Way out.
Challenge
Wasted
unsuccessful.
challenge.
1 challenge remaining. 10-8. Play.
That's well left.
Steps over. 9-10.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's brilliant. What reactions, what speed.
Yeah, one of his favourites. He's loving that one.
1 point advantage for the number 1 seeds, GIDEON and SUKAMULJO.
Kalau kamu naruh dia nggak buka, tapi nggak berani naruhnya guys, mainin setengahnya. Kamu mainnya depannya, sehingga di belakang nembaknya variasi, jangan ngefull terus. Kalau endonya sebelah sini nembaknya jangan sini, buang sini sekali. Itu khas meza. Up, stop. Now focus only receiving there.
As the players return to court, here's another incredible statistic in my opinion.
10.
And that's that since the inception of the Super Series and now World Tour, 13 All-England Championships, and 6 of the men's doubles titles over those 13 years have gone to a left and right-hander. It could become a 7 left and right-handed combination pairs in 14. Now, there's no way that 50% of the playing men's doubles pairs
Are left and right.
are left and right.
No. Yeah, that's staggering as well. I don't know how you get it.
Hours of research.
Yes, I do know. I do know.
12-11.
But sometimes it's also seeing it, see the connections.
Yeah.
Well done. There's some hesitation.
Yes, I thought they were both going to leave it there. Fantastic. Well, these long rallies are suiting the Japanese pair more, I'm sure.
Gideon will be in trouble eventually when it comes to the physical. He's the one that's doing the hard work from the back.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look
Don't believe it. Brilliant. Yeah, get your racket up ready.
Yes.
Hit and get ready for the next one.
13-12.
That's a very good save by Gideon.
Yeah, amazing. A little bit of confusion between the two Japanese players.
14-12. Serves over. 13-14.
Well, we can see that SUKAMULJO has got strapping on that right shoulder. And I think that he didn't want to do too many smashes from the back of the court there. That's why he wanted to go for the outright winner, which I don't think is necessarily the right tactics.
No, that could be spelling trouble.
Yeah. Well, the defence of the Japanese pair is just incredible, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
15-14.
Unbelievable. No other pair in the world can stand this pressure from Gideon and SUKAMULJO. And look at this, they're giving it away like, okay, come on, hit us.
Yeah.
Like that
Lift.
one.
And another lift. Yeah. Got through on that occasion. It's gone wide.
That's a good call from ENDO.
16-15.
Helping partner to leave it.
Oh, that was a little bit lucky. That was short,
It was
wasn't
short.
it? Yeah.
It was short of the line. And that could be one of the problem areas for the two Japanese, because ENDO's serve is not the best in the world.
No. Missed it. Yeah, he's losing his patience from the back of the court, is SUKAMULJO.
He is.
17,
2 mistakes now
16.
on the last 2 attempts. Good work by ENDO.
Yeah. Brilliant.
That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah. One smash and then drop shots from SUKAMULJO. He's missed again.
Missed again. 3 in a row.
Another long, long rally.
Yes. Wipe the court, please. Wipe the court, please.
You can clearly see the strapping on that right shoulder.
18-16.
Brilliant. Well, it's his trademark shot, isn't it? The disguised drop shot.
Yes. And SUKAMULJO knew he was stepping in front of GIDEON.
16.
Look how he's moving forward there. Look at that. He's getting there almost before GIDEON.
3-point cushion, but just 2 points away from the opening game for ENDO and Watanabe. Oh, that spin serve.
Yes, did you see the spin?
Yeah,
Game point.
and his game point opportunities on a run of 4 straight points for ENDO and Watanabe. Good interception from GIDEON.
Yeah, but more variation from the 2 Indonesians from the back of the court. They play some drop shots as well, some smashes. There was more variation. And then, of course, beautiful interception there by GIDEON.
Still game point for the Japanese pair. Oh, that's well taken. Very well taken by GIDEON.
Oh, what a save.
Unbelievable. Opening game to Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe. 21-18 against the 2-time former champions and current world #1s GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. 21 minutes of thrilling badminton.
ンスがケビンスが見た方がいいよ。白弾も言ってればケビンの人こっちが結構あるだからね。
more at least you see more power in Kevin serve. Let me play off.
長くなっていければ長くても今のシャトル遅いで相手に攻撃に
Okay, now I think half smash, up.
ケビンはストップのスマッシュ強くないの分かってる。だから結構ハーフスマッシュある。今度は軽くハーフドライブもいいよ。一回ハーフいってればまだ上げて。一番ベターな。
Ya, didorong lagi. Kevin juga coba servisnya mainin dari servis kau balik. Kalau dia mainnya mau buka mulu, dia mau buka tarik kita terus ke belakang, kita harus sabar. Gak apa-apa, sabar. Nah, kadang-kadang kalau lagi Sinyo di depan, Kevin di belakang atau siapapun yang di belakang, kalau dia setengah-setengah gini jangan di pressing, panjang ini cepet di tos gitu. Nah, ya, nanti nggak buangnya harusnya kan sebelah sana. Kalau juga kan posisinya dia pengen di sebelah sini, tapi hati-hati agak jangan terlalu tinggi lah ini. Kalau di sana sahabat sininya dia bagus. Dan kalau di depan itu ini kalau sahabat-sahabat yang di sama sebutannya dia emang enak. Pas dia ngepasnya sodok tadi nggak. Udah sabar aja nggak bisa. Memang nggak gampang disodok-sodok kayak nggak seperti pemain yang lain, baliknya bagus lagi kualitasnya. Dan
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Well, Harry Bernardi, the Indonesian coach, urging his men to be more patient and to use some more flat shots. Yeah, and certainly flat pushes at the start of that rally certainly helped.
One lock.
Wow.
That's aggressiveness.
Two lock.
Twice. Awesome interception.
Yeah. Gideon has come out firing on all cylinders for this second game.
Three lock.
Oh, brilliant. My goodness me.
But that's the variation I talked about earlier. It's nice to see that the two Indonesians are having more variation from the back now. Look at that shot from SUKAMULJO right in front of the two players.
What an inspirational shot. Little moment of magic from Hiroyuki Endo.
Look at that save. Oh, I'm happy that Watanabe turns his face away from that one.
Yeah.
We have seen before that, you know, when you're turning and looking at your opponent, it hits your eye.
Yeah,
And that's very, very dangerous.
I can tell you all about that. I ended up in the Jakarta hospital for 4 days. I wasn't allowed to move.
Based on that.
Well left. Oh, there's a challenge. Challenge from the Japanese pair.
I know, it's the far end back line, but I think it's a decent challenge.
Oh, Hawkeye's going to tell us for sure.
Oh. Far out.
Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Serves over, 5-2, play.
Coach was saying something about play one shot and get your racket up ready at the net. Oh, goodness. Intercepted a smash.
At the front of the court.
Of these rallies. We'll slow down a bit now. Oh my goodness, that's a great smash from Yuta Watanabe.
And I think we see a small sign of fatigue on Marcus Gideon.
4-7.
Well, that's the longest rally of this second game, I think. 39 shots. Superb. All of a sudden, Marcus Gideon has taken charge at the front of the court.
Yeah, it's very unusual.
Wipe the court, please, again. Wipe the court, please, again. Point out where to wipe.
Court attendants not mopping up all of the perspiration on the court surface.
Thank you.
Yeah, some Japanese fans of Watanabe.
8-4.
Oh, service for Paul, too high.
Serves over, 5-8.
If I'm not mistaken, that happens quite often, doesn't it?
With Gideon.
With Gideon.
Yeah. Not unusual. He does raise his left arm as he's about to serve, which I think, you know, obviously means that he's striking the shuttle higher.
5.
Start low, but end high.
Yeah. This is a very good response from the Indonesians after losing that opening game.
Yogi, towel, please. Give me. 10-5.
That's very clever from Watanabe.
Yeah, very ambitious shot. But look at that finish.
He's got some amazing racket skills, hasn't he, Watanabe?
Yeah, sometimes a little bit indisciplined, I think, but yes, skill-wise, he's definitely up there. I think it's mainly in the mixed doubles he's a little bit indisciplined in his shot selection sometimes.
To the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage, Gideon and SUKAMULJO.
Siapa nggak, tapi kalau dicekik-cekik gitu malah kagok, iramanya nggak ketemu. Bener nggak sih? Hah? Iramanya? Hah? Iya, kalau dikencengin terus dia siap. Satu, kedua, nembaknya tarik tembak, tarik dicop, endo kakinya udah berat, maju mundur ya. Kadang-kadang tembak diceprikin, ditembak. Kalau si Watanabe, kalau mancing dari sebelah sini ke sana setengah fit. Soalnya kalau full endo selalu sidangnya ke sana terus, yang di depan jaga sedang. Oke? Ya, coba lagi. Servisnya coba dicepetin main.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coaches, return to your chairs.
Well, Coach Hurry, I think,
11,
seemed a little happier with his players in that coaching timeout.
play.
Long. It's a little bit cheeky from SUKAMULJO. He often does that.
12,
Deliberately misses the shuttle when he knows it's going out. That annoys some of his opponents, I know that. Well, a 6-point advantage here. And that's a bit of tame defence from ENDO in comparison to what we've seen earlier. Straight legs, wasn't really crouching down. Ooh, that was going well wide.
And that's wide too.
Well, very much looks as if we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
Definitely.
Service over. 16-8.
I think it's beyond the Japanese pair now. This second game, perhaps save themselves for a decider. Or maybe not. Well, that's put me in my place, hasn't it?
9-16.
Good to see. That's not only a wonderful interception, it was the angle of his winning shot.
17-9.
All about steepness there. Look at that. That landed in front of the front service line.
Service over. 10-17.
Amazing racket speed work
18-10.
from SUKAMULJO. 3 points away from forcing a third and deciding game.
The Japanese have definitely conceded the second game and just waiting for the third.
19-10.
Game point opportunities.
20. Game point 10.
Not this time.
Service over. 11-20.
Oh, my goodness.
Spinning that serve.
Now the Indonesians doing to the Japanese pair what the Japanese pair did to them in the opening game. Just working them from the back.
$12-20.
What a return. How casual can you do it?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
One game
Second
apiece.
game, won by Marcus Fernandez.
Exactly 40 minutes into the match.
21-12. One game all.
Menurut saya temponya dipelanin tapi di throw saja malah nggak enak. Bener nggak? Hah? Mati-mati sendiri endonya. Ya nyok. Kalau dikencengin tadi pelanin, nolopnya di tempo dipelanin set gitu. Tapi kualitasnya harus bagus. Agak manjang dikit tang. Banyak yang ke endonya error sendiri. Tapi kalau nembaknya kan umpamanya nanti diangkat lagi, diatur lagi tembak ceplik apa banyak endonya nggak apa. Dia error nembaknya terbaik ke dada lagi ngatur gitu. Ya? Oke? Ya servisnya tetap dorong gitu jagain. Oke? Ayo terus bisa. Ya, sabar dan motivasi. Ayo.
I think against the Inter, but here I think win like this. Highly is okay. Okay. なんとか気持ちあれですけど、いらないとか、ね、やっぱり2件はちょっとできるのにで、ハッターもあって勝負いってチームもやっぱりこっち行ってれば相手のペースで来るから、ちょっと考えてこのディフェンス先、ディフェンス先、一回ドライブっていうのは一回ちょっと上げ
Your choice. I mean, you cannot everything. You. Yes, I believe.
Nggak usah terlalu kencang, yang penting turun aja. Kalau Kevinnya di belakang, Sido di depan, jangan terlalu masuk. Sekali bantu, taruh.
20 seconds.
So here we go, third and deciding game of the men's doubles final. The world number ones nearest to us, Gideon and SUKAMULJO, up against ENDO and Watanabe.
One love.
What a smash here from Watanabe. Straight down the line.
Too long.
Superb.
That's good placement.
Well, remember, Morton, it was ENDO and Watanabe who chose which end to start. And both pairs have enjoyed more success from the far
the other side, yeah.
So they presumably wanted a good start should it go to 3 games to the decider.
Yeah. It looks like it.
4 love. Oh my goodness, this is just unbelievable. Oh, he's
What
missed
a miss,
it.
what a miss.
Well,
5 long.
he doesn't miss many of those, does he?
No. Yeah, look at the expression.
Yeah. Not a happy camper. This is, I can hardly believe it. 6 love.
Create as big gap as possible and then see it, ride it home from there.
Yeah. Well, Gideon took charge really at the start of the second game, didn't he? And
Yes, he did.
that made the difference.
That's in.
Was it?
That's
Yeah. He could have played that, Hiroyuki Endo.
And seen from a Japanese point of view, these are the kinds of mistakes that they cannot afford. One thing is being forced into error, can't defend it well enough, whatever. But these kind of mistakes, they cannot afford.
No. Oh, my goodness, how did he get that?
I don't know.
Oh, clash of rackets. Brilliant. Oh, yes. Well worked rally by the Indonesians. There's certainly no lack of effort, is there? Look at that. Total commitment.
3-6.
And even while he was on the floor, he was trying to intercept the next one.
This point, very important.
Endo. Endo.
They're really targeting Endo now. Lots of the attacks are going towards Hiroyuki Endo.
And again. Well, this is a great response, you have to say, from the world number one.
6.
Tactically, very astute.
Yeah. Mentally as well, if you love 6 down in a deciding game, to then win the next 5 points, impressive.
The mobbers are having a busy day.
Okay. 7. 5. Six, 7.
I wonder if fatigue is playing a part with Hiroyuki Endo. It's been played at a ferocious pace, this men's doubles final.
Serves over. 7, 8.
Oh, my goodness, good night shot.
That's still what the lift.
Fantastic.
Fantastic, fantastic. Totally at all watching this. Amazing.
And the work in that rally from Watanabe. And the look at the commitment to play the final shot. Launching himself towards the net. Oh, he broke the strings of his racket, but still managed to play the winner. Endo.
And it's a good change of tactics from the Japanese this time. You know, they've been lifting and lifting and lifting, and then suddenly now they go on the attack. They go in the flat exchange, they go on the attack. Interception here by Endo, scoring the point. Good change of tactics.
Seven.
That's well taken from SUKAMULJO.
8-10.
He's not timing his defensive shots at the moment, Hiroyuki Endo. Really struggling. Was a challenge.
Challenges called in.
Well, if they're wrong on this, they need to
Change
ends. But the 1 minute interval can't start until Hawkeye's made a decision. And it was in. Well done, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful.
So it is the change of ends.
Serves over.
And
11
the
line.
advantage, a
Interval.
two-point advantage, is with Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe.
슈트. 아시 행복해, 아시. 라스트 찬스야, 라스트 찬스. 어떤 거야, 이거?
Next, service. Giving away body, yeah. Ready.
Tan Kanha and Park Jubong.
Ya, kamu di depan sabar. Oke, jagain sabar, ngadu aja. Sinyo kalau diangkatin tembak kontrol belakangnya. Sama tembak ke tengah sama kanan.
20 seconds.
Oke, ada chop, ada tembak. Come on, Vin, come on.
Well, although the Indonesian pair might be 2 points adrift, the fact that they've now got what is perceived to be the better end,
It looks like it.
then perhaps you have to favour the Indonesians right now.
11, 9, play.
First couple of rallies are going to be important.
Yuta Watanabe challenges called in.
The lines person very rarely gets it wrong, I must say. But it's wrong.
It was wrong on that occasion.
This
That's a
one was wrong.
good challenge.
12-9.
So it's a 3-point cushion now for the Japanese pair. Make that 4-point cushion.
Nine.
What was it you were saying, Morton? Give us much of a lead as you can and then try and push home.
Yes.
Yeah. Quite right too.
2 points was not a lot. 11-9 at the interval. I had sort of visualized, let's say, 11-6, 11-7.
Yeah. After being 6-love up, yes, I agree. That's just tremendous. What defence.
How on earth are they getting them back?
Getting them back with interest. That is brilliant play by the Japanese pair. A barrage of attack coming from the Indonesians. And the defence is held by the Japanese pair.
Yeah, and they have 1 or 2 smashes in the rally and then they win on it.
Longest rally of this deciding game so far. So a 5-point advantage.
And I think one of the reasons why the Japanese pair is not favouring to stand on this side of the court is because I think there's a little drift. So they are playing sort of the faster end, which means that when they want to play defensive, they have a tendency to perhaps lift it out on the back line.
That's a good defensive shot.
It was.
Endo's found his form again.
See.
Yeah. But Morten, that's different from what we've been talking about earlier, because the drift we thought earlier in the week was coming towards us. Now, I noticed it yesterday in the semi-finals day. I thought it was going faster towards the far end of the court. And what you've just said seems to emphasise that.
I think so. I think there is a small drift. And Endo and Watanabe is playing with that small drift. And of course that can upset their defensive work.
Yeah. And I sense that was an important rally. To say Watanabe in this deciding game, he's been fantastic.
He's been awesome and extremely disciplined in what he's doing.
Thank you.
Well, I still remember when they started the partnership, Endo and Watanabe, I thought it was really a very, very nice gesture of Endo to pick up such a young player and say, okay, I'll play with you after having been #2 in the world with his former partner, been doing so well on the world circuit. Partner decides to drop out.
11.
And I say, okay, I'll play with another youngster, I'll bring one up. I thought that was a very nice gesture. And look at this, look at where they are now.
Yeah. 6 points away from an All-England title. Well, he wasn't expecting to have to play that final shot, SUKAMULJO.
Endo, please show where to one. It's okay. Thank you. 12-15.
Good flick serve. Yeah. String's gone in the racket of Gideon.
I don't think he minds as long as he gets the point.
Yeah.
Your turn, please show.
But I think perhaps the Japanese should try to change tactics, just, you know, variation. Go for attack on one or two next rallies rather than lift and lift and lift and lift,
15.
because the Indonesian pair is catching up.
Yeah. Just 1 point the deficit now.
14-15.
Back level. What a great comeback by the Indonesians.
Yeah, considering being 6-love down,
Yeah,
that's a comeback.
and they've won 6 of the last 7 points too.
Watanabe is really challenging SUKAMULJO at the net in the flat exchange. Not a lot of people will do that.
He's been faulted. Endo has been faulted. Oh my goodness. Well, we had this in the men's singles semi-final between Axelsen and Lee Zijia.
Service over.
Oof. That's a tight call.
16.
I'd hate to make a call on that. I'd hate it.
It was the same in the men's singles.
Yeah.
Same kind of situation.
You're allowed to finish your swing over the net, but you must wait until the shuttle is your side of the court before you hit it. Well, that's landed in. That's a misjudgment from Gideon. Well, an awful lot of this is going to be about who's got the nerve.
16.
Who dares?
Who dares wins. Yeah, went for the flicker. Felt he would. Tight situation. Does he have the nerve to serve low? You were saying earlier, Morten, Endo, sometimes.
Yeah. Every point they get on Endo's serve is a bonus.
Is a big bonus.
Yes, it is. But I'm looking to see SUKAMULJO do another return than what he's been doing. He's going half court towards the side on the last 3 ones from this corner. Okay, now that was served into the center, so he did not have the chance to play the same
The
return.
backhand.
Yeah, with the backhand.
Ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. How is this possible? But I'm with you, Morten. There was an awful lot of defending there from Endo and Watanabe, and I felt there was chances where one of them could have gone forward to try and get themselves back on the attack, but no, they were happy to defend once more.
Yeah, it's awesome play here from the world number ones. They're really sticking at it. They're fighting very, very hard. At the end of the day, who's got a little bit of luck and who dare wins. That's it.
17-18.
But we are treated to such a fantastic match.
1 point the deficit. Yeah, they've gone forward trying to change it. It's wide. And after an hour and almost 8 minutes, it's 1 game all and 18 all.
Gideon playing a lot of drop shots from the back of the court now.
Brilliant. That is fabulous. 2 points away from the title now. Gideon and SUKAMULJO. Oh, what a return. It's gone wide. It's 19 all. Who is going to have the match point opportunity? What a match. Good serve. It's match point opportunity for Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe.
And SUKAMULJO did the only right thing. He was rushing forward to intercept that one. I think had he hit that one, it would have been a winner.
Good serve. It's gone long. And in his 4th All-England men's doubles final, Hiroyuki Endo finally wins the title. And he's won it with Yuta Watanabe, beating the world number ones Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya SUKAMULJO. Well, for the Indonesians in their 19th World Tour tournament final, it is only the 2nd time that they have suffered a defeat. sheer delight and a wry smile from Gideon, but sheer delight for Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe. Confirmation of the score, 21-18, 12-21, 21-19 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 11 minutes. What a match. Badminton of the very, very highest quality. The moment of victory. Look what it means to Yuta Watanabe, who's already won an All-England mixed doubles title. But for Hiroyuki Endo, finally, in his fourth All-England men's doubles final, he takes the title. 3 previous finals with Kenichi Hawakawa. My goodness me, they must be feeling happy. Let's hear what they have to say with Howard Bentham.
Let's hear from the men's doubles champions, Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe. Yuta, you've won an All-England title before in the mixed doubles, but that's 3 times a runner-up, Hiroyuki. What's it like to finally win one?
ユータ選手、ミックスダブルスで全英オープン優勝したこと経験があり、遠藤さんは3回2位の経験ありますけど、今回の優勝どう感じますか？
本当にこの大会は特別ですし、すごい好きな大会なので、やっと優勝することができたと思って、今本当に嬉しく思ってます。
So this is a really special tournament for them. They really like to play at this tournament, and they're just really, really happy to have won this tournament.
Well, there's lots of happy fans, I tell you that. Yuta, that's 6 victories now in a row over Marcus and Kevin. What's the secret?
マークスとケビン選手にもう6回目勝ちましたけど、一体なんで勝てたっていうのってあります？
最後まで諦めずに、プレーできたっていうのがまず一つの勝因ですし、やはりこの、大好きな地で、たくさんの応援を受けて、勇気づけられて最後勝つことができました。
So they didn't give up in the end. They really pulled through till the end, and they're really just happy that many, many people cheered them on and are thankful for the cheers that gave them strength to win today.
Absolutely. Just finally, Hiroyuki, speak to your fans, because you've made lots of friends here over the years, and there's lots of people watching at home. What would you like to say to them?
ファンに一言お願いしてもいいですか？
そうですね、本当に温かい応援ありがとうございます。またこの舞台に立てるように練習頑張っていきたいと思います。
Well, they just want to thank everyone for the warm cheerings, and they just want to do their best to come back here again to play here.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed watching you play. Let's hear it. Give it up for our champions, Hiroyuki Endo, Yuta Watanabe.
So the number 6 seeds, Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe, in a thrilling men's doubles final, record a 6th consecutive win over the world #1s, GIDEON and SUKAMULJO. Well, some of those rallies, Morten, I mean, I could hardly keep track of it. It was all so fast and so dynamic. It was a wonderful, wonderful men's doubles final.
It's some of the best I've ever seen. The pace, the intensity, the rallies, as you said, it went on, and they saved the most difficult shots I've almost ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I thought that Hiroyuki Endo went through a bit of a bad patch, but it's the real sign of a champion that within a match you can play yourself back into form, and he certainly did. But Yuta Watanabe, the left-hander, well, he was outstanding in that deciding game.
Yeah. He was the first male player from Japan to win an All-England title when he won in 2018 in the mixed. Now he's the first male to win in 2 different categories.
From Japan.
From Japan.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's also
well done.
It certainly is, and it's also quite extraordinary that now, for a 7th time in 14 All-Englands since the inception of the Super Series, the men's doubles winners have comprised of one left-hander and one right-hander. The moment of victory for Endo and Watanabe. For them, a 4th career title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships 2020 men's doubles. The presentations will be made by a member of the Board of Directors from Badminton England, Malcolm Smith, and the President of Yonex, Kusaki Hayashida. The Yonex All England men's doubles runners-up for 2020 from Indonesia, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo.
Well, they've won this title twice before, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo. Today have to settle for second best, and this is only their 7th ever loss in a 37th international tournament final for this extraordinary pair.
Let's hear it once again for our runners-up, Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo of Indonesia. And let's have a massive reception for our gold medal winners, the Yonex All England Open Badminton Championships 2020 men's doubles winners. From Japan, Hiroyuki Endo, Ayuto Watanabe.
Hiroyuki Endo, in his 4th All-England men's doubles final, finally wins the title with his young partner, Yuta Watanabe. It's only a 4th career title for them as a pair.
President of Yonex handing over the winning
shuttle. It was their first Super 1000 tournament final. And they have left as champions. So when you consider they didn't play any tournaments at the beginning of the year because of injury problems to Watanabe, this is a huge result for this Japanese combination.
What an amazing final. Real drama.
But they were superb in the deciding game, 21.